Hey, it's me, Ultimate Gamer yakkocmn. You might know me as a former Super Mario Odyssey speedrunning legend, the winner of that one unofficial League of Legends tournament where I got carried by my friends.
You go to Helen Keller School for Gymnastics? What is this?
Or that idiot that just sucks at video games in general. What I'm saying is that I'm the perfect person to teach you the ins and outs of Lethal League Blaze. Talking about every little thing would probably take several hours, and there are plenty of more skilled players that are making guides and videos on more advanced subjects, so I'm just here to teach you the basics and a bunch of stuff that tutorials don't mention. Lethal League Blaze is different from most fighting games. Instead of physically attacking your opponent like some sort of uncivilized monster, you just whack a ball at them until it knocks their soul clean out of their body, leaving nothing but a colorless husk devoid of life. First things first, let's go over the basic movement and actions you can perform in the game. You have 3 options when you approach the ball, the most basic option being to hit it. Hitting the ball while inputting up or no movement is called a neutral hit. It increases the ball's speed by 1 and allows you to send it in one of 3 directions, up, down, or straight forward. This type of hit can also be charged on the ground or while moving through the air, and fully charged hits will release much faster and increase the ball's speed like a smash hit. And what's a smash hit? The smash hit is the move that Lethal League is known for casually, inputted by holding left or right and pressing hit while in midair. This move has a huge hitbox and doubles the ball speed if it's the first time the player has hit it. It's a great move to get the ball going faster and hit it if you aren't sure where it's going, but unlike other types of hits that allow for multiple directions, the smash hit has a big drawback. Let me ask you a multiple choice question. This player just smash hit a ball. Where do you think it's going to go? Is it A, down, B, down, or C, down? I'll give you a second to think. Down. It's down. A smash hit is always gonna go diagonally down, and if it's going fast, I'm gonna grab it and throw it right back in your face. And finally, a type of hit that's new to Lethal League Blaze is the spike. This move allows you to hit the ball if it's directly under you. Similar to a neutral hit, a spike will increase the ball speed by 1 and can be sent straight down, forwards, or backwards. Spikes can also be used to reset the speed multiplier of the smash hit back to double, because it gets lowered by repeated use. They're a little harder to get used to, but their angles can be really interesting, so try to use them when you can. Why is it that when Candyman hit down, ball go up? If you want to do more than just hit the ball, you can bunt it in one of 4 directions, forward, backward, up, or down. Hitting a bunted ball causes 2 things to happen. First, you will receive 2 meter instead of 1. It will also ignore 50% of the hit lag. Basically, you better watch out because that ball's a speedy boy. And now I can talk about the most entertaining feature, throwing. If you can manage to grab the ball, you can take it out of play for a short time and then throw it left, right, or straight down. It takes some getting used to, but works great for mixing up opponents and punishing mistakes. And speaking of mix-ups, now that I'm done with basic movement and actions, it's time to explain some of the other mechanics that make the game so exciting and fresh. As you may already know, the boombox at the bottom of the screen shows how long it's going to take for the ball to be released from the current player's hit lag. So you may be saying, well then can't I just steal the ball out of their grubby little hands as soon as it's done charging up? Technically, the answer is yes, but there's another feature in Lethal League Blaze that makes stealing the ball harder, and it's called parrying. While hitting the ball, you can tap or hold bunt to create a parry ring. Holding it makes it last up to the entire duration of hit lag. If your opponent tries to hit the ball during the parry, they'll get stunned, either killing them or putting them in a bad spot. It also fills your meter, which is pretty nice. Pro tip, pro tip. Whoa, pro tip alert. Did you know that parrying slightly slows down the remaining hit lag? So if someone's waiting on the ground to hit the ball back at you, try parrying to throw off the timing. Wow, parrying sounds awesome. I'm gonna use it all the time. Hold up a second. Before you fucking tape down a button on your controller so you're in a state of eternal parrying, you should know that it isn't invincible. The ball can actually be grabbed out of a parry and thrown back in your face. But if the opponent tries to grab and you cancel your parry, they'll just look like an idiot and get knocked back. It's all about the mind games. This rock, paper, scissors-esque gameplay is one of the reasons Lethal League Blaze is so entertaining. You can't just run around constantly hitting or parrying the ball. You have to think about what to do in each situation and try to predict your opponent's next move. Alright, I'm interrupting the video because there isn't a great place to put this, but I almost forgot to mention the get up ability, which is super important. If the ball is flying near you after you've been knocked down, you can press hit to bring it straight to you, letting you serve it. However, if you miss, you'll taunt and probably die. Lethal League Blaze Blaze isn't just about predicting throws, parries, or basic hits either. One of the main ways to outsmart your opponents is through the different angles and special abilities found in each of the game's 10 characters. But before I even get to specials, I want to quickly mention angles. My god, there is a lot to talk about in this game. Every character has different angles, and trying to understand them all can be pretty daunting at first. For new players, it feels almost impossible to figure out where the ball is going when it's moving faster than a fucking bullet. Hell, I still jump around and just swing like crazy pretty often. With a lot of time and practice, you'll slowly come to understand each character's patterns so you can better react to your own hits and those of your opponents. For example, Candyman's smash hit angle could be called the zigzag because it's really narrow, and Switch's special angle could be called the oh fuck, oh shit, where's it going? Oh god, please, oh my god! Alright, now that I've probably lost most of my viewers talking about boring stuff like neutral hits and angle patterns, let's talk about the fun stuff, the characters. A great part about Lethal League Blaze is that each character has their own strengths, making them all pretty viable in their own right. Some might be slightly stronger than others, but there's no ridiculously overpowered or unplayable characters on the small roster.
Grid.
First up on the list is one of the new characters, Grid, the Electric Monkey Mafia Man. While he doesn't have any special movement abilities like some characters, he does have a pretty cool outfit. Grid's special allows him to grab the ball and teleport up to 2 times in one of 4 directions, left, right, up, or down. If he teleports up, the ball is released at his smash angle. Otherwise, it goes straight or down based on his inputs. This ability is really useful for changing the pace of the game, completely taking the ball out of its regular movement and changing its location before releasing it at one of several different angles. No, I'm not gonna make a joke about how his super is like Pikachu from Smash Bros. He's already electric and I'm trying to be original here!
Dice.
Many people think that Dice is the best character in the game. Is it the hat? It's probably the hat. Now, at first glance, you may think, wow, look at this dude, his jump sucks. How's he supposed to get anywhere? But that's where you're wrong. Try holding down and then jumping. Now that Dice has already established himself as the strongest character ever created in a video game, let's talk about his special. Dice ignores whatever hit lag is left on the ball and sends it flying in a curve in a chosen direction. I honestly think I'd need a degree in mathematics to explain all the shit that Dice can make the ball do, like cancel it with a bunt, send it forward, backwards, or down after the curve, roll it down the wall after it hits the ceiling. Like, what is going on here? Who let this fucker put curves in Lethal League again?
Latch.
Robot Crocodile. Robot Crocodile! When you think of crocodiles, what's the first evolutionary trait that comes to mind? Yeah, I thought so too. Latch's special Crocodile ability allows him to climb up and down the walls and hit the ball with his metal tail, because that's what robot crocodiles do, I guess. While most specials in the game change the properties of the ball or make it move in a unique way, Latch just says fuck it and takes the ball out of play by eating it whole. The time he'll spit it back out is indicated on the Doombox, but he can launch it at various angles or spit it out early by bunting in a chosen direction.
Sanada.
In the original Lethal League, one of Sanada's defining traits was the ability to double jump, as she was the only character able to do so. But in Lethal League Blaze, pretty much everyone can double jump, so Team Reptile was like, okay, how do we balance this? Oh, I got it! Give her a triple jump. Triple jump, boys! Sanada's super allows her to release the ball in a chosen angle in front of her before redirecting it up to 2 more times. This allows for various movement options and mix-ups like sending the ball back and forth, bringing it back to you for another combo, or just sending it in random directions without thinking if you're like me, a true master.
Switch.
Yo! He's a robot, riding on a skateboard. He can turn his fucking hat around. He can ride on walls and the ceiling. He just took his clothes off because he doesn't give a fuck. Lolly! His super replaces the hit lag meter with a new one based on the initial remaining hit lag and then releases it at a confusing angle. I can't stop talking like this even though I'm just trying to explain the mechanic. But he can also press taunt to kickflip it in midair. And then I freaked it.
Raptor.
In a game about hitting a ball back and forth at deadly speeds, Raptor is the only character with gear you would probably expect in this situation, a baseball bat and helmet. His baseball theme is only furthered by his stitches, which look like the seams on a baseball. He also has a skin that, Makes him a big baseball. He can also wall jump because that's a thing baseball players do, I think. I'm not sure. I don't really watch a lot of baseball. Raptor's special ability can be activated at any point in the ball's hit lag. After a short duration, he fires the ball in a chosen direction, including behind him. Or you can bunt out of the special because that's just a thing a lot of characters can do. With its quick activation time, it can be used to shorten or extend hit lag, throwing off your opponent's timing before launching the ball straight towards them or in a direction they aren't expecting. I don't have an ending joke for this guy. He's just baseball.
Check this! Candyman.
Now I get to talk about my favorite character in Lethal League Blaze, Candyman. Look at him. Those stylish clothes. That rhythm. Those eyes, I don't think he's okay. Can someone call an ambulance? I left my phone in the car. Candyman's special ability allows him to transform the ball into his head at any point during hit lag. It then launches in a chosen direction and will pass through the wall. It will continue to pass through walls as long as Candyman keeps hitting it without being interrupted. This super is incredibly useful for confusing opponents and becomes stronger based on how skilled the player is at chaining hits to keep the ball traveling through walls. But that's not all. In Lethal League Blaze, Candyman received a new ability.
Yep.
I'm making fucking mac and cheese, and nobody can stop.
He can slide through walls. I honestly don't have a high enough IQ to figure out how to use this in any competitive way, but it's really fucking cool. He's the best character. He's the best. I will not be told otherwise.
Jet.
This is Jet. She's basically the new poster child of Lethal League Blaze, and with her Jet Set Radio aesthetic, she's a popular pick among new players. She's also pretty cute. Fuck, never mind. Jet's movement ability is her Shark Jetpack, and it allows her to hover and move horizontally during each of her jumps. Her special encases the ball in a bubble that basically acts like a big parry. It can be grabbed and thrown by the enemy, but will knock back on hit. Jet can let it fly out and hit it when it has these little blue streaks to bubble it again, or hit it while it's already bubbled and rebubble, or let it out normally. A lot of mix-ups here, ladies and gentlemen. And that laugh. Get it out of my head, it won't go away. Fucking Doombox! Doombox is the definition of an absolute fucking unit. Someone literally did the math and calculated that his knob is 80 inches long, so yeah, try bullying him in math class now, that's what I thought. Doombox can't double jump because that's weak. Double jumping is for losers if we're being honest. Instead, Doombox can fly in all directions. Doombox's special charges up the ball for a short period before launching it directly at the opponent. Most characters can change the direction of the ball with their special to confuse enemies, but Doombox's special is literally just here. Catch. He does have the ability to bunt out of his special, allowing for a second smash hit to speed up the ball or another kind of hit for a mix-up. He can also do this.
Nitro.
This is Nitro. He's kind of like what would happen if Captain Falcon watched Cops once. He's got some super energetic anime voice lines like,
Stand down now!
and he quit the police force because of corruption to pursue his own sense of justice. What a legend. Nitro's special allows him to arrest the ball, locking it in his handcuff and launching it after a short delay. If the special is just pressed, the ball flies in a specified direction inside the cuff and is then brought back to Nitro for a second hit, which he can also bunt out of. But Nitro, he's a real gamer. And to be a real gamer, you can hold down the special button to fly across the stage with the ball.
I'll apprehend these criminal scum myself!
Alright, I think I've covered all of the basic mechanics and character explanations, and jeez, I did not think it was gonna take 8 pages to get through all that. But I hope this guide was helpful. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like and comment and subscribe and all those little things that I'm supposed to promote, but people get annoyed, so I say them ironically, but it actually helps the channel, so I gotta do it, you feel me? I tend to spend way too much time working on videos, especially longer ones like this. So if you want to support my content and get some cool rewards, I have a Patreon, and you can check that out at patreon.com/yakkocmn if you're interested. And finally, big thanks to Searchiot and Hangboy for helping with the guide and getting various clips for me. If you saw those few plays that looked too skilled to be mine, that's probably because they weren't. Alright, that's it. Next video is coming out, even I don't know when. I'm the wild card.